Hello. This is going to be a demonstration about the value and importance of mental fitness. And I'm going to use, if you're in the marketing world, you've probably seen or used this visual before, but this might be a different take for you. So no matter what's going on, whether it's a goal in business, a goal in your personal life, or just navigating our day to day, we typically have a very linear plan or hope for how things might go. So for example, we start here and our goal is to get to here. Look familiar? Now typically we'll make our best laid plans or how we hope things will work out, and it'll start by having some opportunities to go here, maybe a check-in point. We're continuing to progress. There's some more action that we hope will happen here, some more steps here, and then eventually we hope to land at our destination. Unfortunately, typically, things don't always go so smooth. So, for example, how might this line work or look in reality? Again, whether it's trying to land a new client, whether it's trying to bring a project to completion, perhaps you're trying to have some goals in your fitness routine, or even in your personal life. It's more likely, and more often than not, that the line is not linear on a straight progression, but oftentimes it may look like this. I'm willing to bet that even in the instances where you've accomplished a goal or reached your destination that you'd hope to, there were many different twists and turns around the way. And getting there wasn't typically this very linear, simplistic progression. Now, the idea of mental fitness and positive intelligence and our ability to use these skills comes to play in places like here, places like here, and here, and here, and here. Along the way, things are happening. There might be setbacks, there might be conflicts, there may be unforeseen challenges, there might be new elements or unforeseen individuals or happenings that arrive that you couldn't account for, and just life happens. And we have our own mental abilities, our own mental wellness to deal with. Now, around these stops on this non-linear path to our desired outcomes, that's life. And our ability to pause at the challenge points, at the conflicts, and assess what's happening and evaluate our own mental state, our own decisions, our own progressions, is really paramount in how we navigate and deal with the potential stress and conflict that typically arises within us on this very non-linear but very typical progression of getting from our starting point to our hopeful ending point and accomplishing that goal. And mental fitness and the skill sets to recognize our own saboteurs, these personality traits that arise within us along the way, either judging ourselves, judging others, or judging circumstances, having that awareness and then being able to use some PQ reps to ground ourselves, to become more clear and more focused, and then eventually use some sage powers, these skill sets of being able to explore a situation a bit further for different possibilities or outcomes, navigate these tough, unplanned, foreseen circumstances with a bit more clarity, a bit more confidence, a bit more calmness, helps us to get to our desired outcome a bit sooner. And so the reality of not having a very linear progression very often, and more likely having to go through this windy, twisty road to get to where we want, mental fitness allows us to kind of surf the wave, if you will, and ride along these life's challenges with skill and with intentionality to better deal with these things. And so this program and this work is going to equip you to better be able to identify your challenges, identify your own individual personality traits or saboteurs, to pause, to reflect, to redirect your energies, to redirect your focus, to use sage powers, building mental fitness to be able to surf those waves and arrive at your endpoint, even when things don't go as linear as we'd hoped.